Today, my topic is friendship. What do you mean by friendship? What is the value of friendship in the world? What is the sense of friendship? What is the meaning of friendship? So, this is a very important topic in the modern day when people are more interested in only materialistic life. Always they are thinking about only one thing, that is money, personal pleasure, and also free time. They don't want to work. They don't want to have any relationship that is very reliable or happy or sacrificing. Sacrifice is the last word that is expected by people these days. But in friendship, there is both positive and negative. I don't think it is negative. There are both challenges and benefits. Challenges, I don't say it is negative. That is, we have to work hard. It doesn't come just like that. Friendship is not something casual, something that is enjoyable, just like that, like a entertainment. It is not like entertainment. It is not like a product that can be bought and sold in the market. It is something invaluable. Friendship is rare. Friendship is a God-given gift. Friendship is life surviving. Friendship is double-edged knife. Means if we don't use it properly, we will have to face lot of suffering. I don't say danger, but lot of suffering. If there is misunderstanding between real friends, there will be broken heart. It need not be necessarily a romantic relationship. Friendship is not related to romantic relationship. It has no physical aim. It has no sexual aim. It has no monetary gain as its aim. It is purely heartfelt happiness that is got through company of people. One or two. Company doesn't mean a large number of people. These days, in the social media, we are getting a network of people. We get acquainted with many people. But all those people cannot be considered as friends. They are only mere acquaintances. When we know the deeper felt feelings and ideas of another person, who is able to feel concern, happiness in our company, then only it can be considered as friendship. This friendship was actually recommended and enjoyed and appreciated by the Romans before Christ. The Roman civilization was supposed to be the best civilization in the world, the earliest civilization in the world. So, they used to give importance to friendship. Even when a man had or a woman had all the members of the family, like wife, children, brothers, sisters, father, mother, and they are very rich. They have everything that is necessary for a human being to enjoy in the world. They used to feel that without a proper friend, their life was incomplete. That is the true meaning of friendship. These days, people do not think of friendship that way. In Roman civilization, that is why kings who did not have the chance of meeting another person who is of his level, of her level, they used to raise some orphans or servants to their level. They used to educate them. They used to raise a child in order to make him or her as their friend. It's a really great concept. Like that, Julius Caesar raised Antony from his childhood, and when Julius Caesar was murdered, assassinated at the age of 80, Julius Caesar was just in his 20s. So you can understand what is meant by friendship. Friendship has no age bar, or it has no age limitation. It has no caste, it has no nationality, it has no boundaries, it has no sort of requirement, social requirements. The only requirement for friendship is understanding of each other, enjoyment of each other's company, that is purely unconditional, permanent, and also heartfelt. So for the sake of friendship, Romans used to sacrifice their empires also. So many times it so happened in Roman civilization that the kings who raised the orphans to the level of an emperor had to give their own children in marriage to that person in order to prove that no other person is capable of standing in line with that person and their family in honor and in greatness. So they were forced, or they were actually they were actually so much interested in the friends that they had that they raised, that they used to feel that the friend that was raised by them was more valuable than any other great emperor in the world. So they could not get a proper hand for their children, their daughters, other than this person. So from that we can understand how they instilled all their greatness into that person. And in order to keep that person in their life totally forever with them, they made them a part of their family by giving their children in marriage to them. So that is greatest friendship. This type of friendship we don't find in the modern day. Why I am making this video is people should understand the importance of friendship. Men are craving for sex all the time, all the waking moments of their life, they are wasting in hunting for sex. And women are also trying to attract the attention of men for the sake of money. There is no other aim in this type of friendship. They call it friendship. Ultimately, in their heart of hearts, what they expect is only physical relationship. Sex only is their ultimate motive. Friendship has no motive. Friendship should not have any sort of ulterior motive. This type of friendship was entertained by Jawaharlal Nehru. Lady Mountbatten, when India was under the rule of the Britishers, Lady Mountbatten, Lord Mountbatten's wife, liked Jawaharlal Nehru as much as Julius Caesar liked Antony. In my opinion, I don't find this type of comparison anywhere in history. Because Jawaharlal Nehru was at that time very young. She was very old. In spite of it, they also had romantic relationship. But that romantic relationship was actually involuntary. In due course of time, they liked that also. So that is why great scholars like Seneca and Plato say that when a man and woman come together for any sort of companionship, for any sort of relationship, it will ultimately lead to intimacy. If the two souls are really interested in one another, having intimacy and having romantic relationship is also no problem. So it has nothing to do with the physical relationship. Their souls are one. This is what we find in Megha In the Sanskrit drama Megha also we find the same concept. The already married hero with children. He also has children. He has a very good family. He is a well-off family. He is a well-off person. He falls in love with a street dancer. Actually, she's a prostitute. Devadasi. Very great dancer. But after meeting her, he realized the meaning of companionship and the importance of friendship more than physical union. That is greatest friendship. But only when there is a relationship between man and woman, we find in literature stories related to these two people. But even between man and man, woman and woman, there is possibility of friendship. So many times we find the two women being very friendly, so friendly that they marry the same person. One single man as their husband. They choose one single man as a husband. It happened many times in social life. Annamacharya's two wives were like that only. They were more friends than sisters. And so they married a single man. And it was a very successful marriage. Like that, it is possible to have friendship between two women or two men. Just now I have taken the example of Julius Caesar and Antony. Like that, in England, in Roman civilization, we find many examples like this in Roman history. Many emperors like that. Augustus Caesar also had, in the same manner, a friendship. So this type of friendship leads to spiritual orientation more than physical satisfaction. They actually go beyond physical life and they enter a spiritual union through their companionship. So even if there is a physical relationship, even if there is a romantic relationship, this romantic relationship ultimately leads to spiritual union. This is what we find in Lord Krishna and Radha episode also. To some extent, Lord Krishna and Rukmini, Lord Krishna and Satyabhama, in all their companionship, more than romantic relationship, there is the union of the souls. There is more importance given to their company. That is more important in their companionship. In the same manner, Rama and Sita, their relationship is also based on spiritual relationship. It is not physical, not totally physical. They were one soul in two bodies. So this is real companionship. This is a phase of friendship and people must strive for this only. This is lacking in the modern day. Friendship is deteriorated into commercial outlook, commercial benefit, and ultimately it leads to backbiting, backstabbing, humiliation, cheating, cunningness. That is not real friendship. Real friendship means sacrifice. We must be able to sacrifice our happiness, our money, everything for the sake of that other person, and it should be mutual. Not only one person, both of them must be so happy in each other's company. One such example in the modern day can be found in Jayalalitha and MGR also were like that. And MGR and Karunanidhi also were like that in the beginning. There was one soul in two bodies. But because of social problems, political jealousies instilled in them by others, outside agents, they got problems. But that deteriorated into revenge, punishment, killing, trying, attempt to murder. Karunanidhi attempted to murder MGR. That is why he lost his throat. In the last phase of his life, he had throat problem. So, this is also possible. So there is danger also in friendship if it sidetracks. So we should be very careful in choosing our friends. Generally, people think that friendship is possible only between equals, equal status, equal age, equal mental maturity. But that is not so. There are so many people who make friends with children, and there are so many people who make friends with very poor people also. But this idea of friendship, this attitude of enjoyment of companionship, this need for companionship must be felt by both parties unconditionally. Then that friendship is really spiritual. They can reach heights of spiritual orientation, spiritual happiness, spiritual oneness through friendship.